Hey guys, so I've just taken a nice little walk after breakfast and I just felt called to speak to the camera. I don't know what it's about yet, but there's something about love and something about connection and something about relationships. The idea of being in a healthy relationship, and being in a healthy relationship starts with being, healthy with yourself first. And so what does that mean, or really what does that look like? It means that you love yourself, to a point. Maybe if you can get to that complete love of yourself without any need for external satisfactions, external validations, external appreciations for your own validated love. Wonderful. That's a long road for many to get to, but as long as you're not putting your love in the hands of somebody else, as long as you're not putting your love into the hands of your partner, then that's what I'm considering healthy love, healthy relationship with yourself. And so you're not, requiring this person that you're dating to stay with you in order to feel loved, right? You know that you are loved because you love yourself, and the world loves you, the universe loves you, God loves you. This person is not your only source of love. This person is not the truth of your love. And when you come to that conclusion and you can feel that in your bones and in your body, then you can be in a healthy relationship. That's just like step number one. That's a healthy relationship with you, where you're not putting that attachment, into the relationship of you are my source of love, and without you, I have none. That's so many relationships are in this place, and then so much ego flare happens, and so much insecurity is there, and any little sign of someone not being happy, or maybe there's a little rockiness in that relationship, boom, everything explodes, and it's like blaming and judging and shaming and guilt and all of these terrible ways to communicate from. It's all coming from that fear of loss, the grief of loss, and the loss is that love that we so much need for ourselves. And the problem is most of us are looking for it outwardly. So once you have that understanding, at the very least, love is with you and not with anyone else, then you can start having a healthy relationship with other people, because that attachment is no longer there. And so what's the next step? Once you're in a relationship, what makes it healthy? And so there's three parts to that. Three major parts. There's mutual love. That one's fairly obvious, but you love each other. Number two is mutual respect. You respect each other. So when you speak, the other person is listening. The other person considers there's merit to what you are sharing, and there's merit to what you're saying, because they respect you. They respect your belief system. They respect the way that you live in the world. And so when you speak about something, they come to it with respect, and that, hey, there's sense here, whether I agree or disagree, there is sense to it because I respect this person and I respect what they're saying. And so there you have healthy communication, when there's respect and there's love. And one more thing, mutual admiration. You admire each other. And so that just means that there are things about this person that you admire. There are things about this person that you would like more of for yourself, more of in yourself. They are examples of things that you really, really appreciate and adore in this world, and that you want to incorporate as part of your character, as a part of your actions, as a part of your thinking, as a part of your beliefs. And so that's admiration. So you have that healthy love for yourself, non-attachment to this relationship, but there is really strong, really true mutual love. And then there's mutual respect, which means you can really listen and you care about what the other person is thinking and saying when they are speaking their mind. And mutual admiration, where you really respect, you really appreciate and adore certain aspects of this person that you would love to be a part of yourself. or be more a part of yourself. And so then you can have a really healthy relationship. And now there's one more part. There's another 3 things. How are you connecting, right? So you have this, you have your self-love. You're not putting your love in their hands. You have your respect, your admiration, and your love for each other. And then how are you connecting? You're connecting at a physical level, at an emotional level, and mental level. Well, yeah, so physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And you really need to connect on several of those. So it seems, from what I've seen, physical attraction, really nice. That can usually build when there's mental and emotional connection. When those things build, you might find yourself drawn to this person physically as well. So physical is like the most surface level one, the least important. If all you have is physical, you have that real hot, bam, bam, really fun time. But then it sizzles and it fades, and then there's arguing and there's fighting, and then once the mental and emotional connections come into play and they're not matching with each other, then that physical fire, just goes away, because it needs the kindling of the other connection. So physical, really nice to have, super nice, but the least important. And then you have mental. Then you can have conversations, you can share topics, you can enjoy, having intellectual discussions. And that's just really nice for hanging out, really nice for spending time together. And then you have, and that's a little bit more important than physical, but not as important as emotional. And so with emotional, you really have that heart-to-heart contact. You can sense each other. You can be with each other in all of your emotions. You can be with each other's sadnesses, with each other's jealousies and envies, and work through those things. You can really enjoy someone's happiness, and you can feel the love from each other. And so when you have that emotional connection, wow, does that deepen that connection in a relationship? Does that deepen the depths of that relationship, and what is possible, and how resilient that relationship is now becoming. And then what do we have? So we have emotion, and then the most important, spiritual. And so not everybody gets to the spiritual level, because not all of us are on that spiritual path where we feel that connection to source, the connection to God, goddess, universe. And until, if someone gets to that place and the other person isn't, then unfortunately one person's going to be rising and the other person's going to be still or falling behind. And oftentimes this person gets angry at this person because now they're vibrating at these different frequencies. This person's seeing the world in a whole new way. And so now they're living in kind of separate realities. And still, obviously, this person loves this person. But now there's this divide. And if this person isn't going to come up, then that relationship's going to become a lot more difficult and challenging. And what you really want in a relationship when we get to that spiritual level is that you are both kind of climbing a mountain together. Like imagine climbing a mountain wall and you have that belay rope attached between you. So someone's going to move up a bit, and then they're going to pull the other person up with them. And then maybe that person moves up a bit and they pull the other person up. Or maybe somebody falls, but guess what? Because of that rope, they get caught. The other person has them. It can support them and bring them, back up in those times of hardships, where those times where things become more challenging and more trauma gets triggered within us, and there's more shadow showing itself, and it's hard. And that love and support that we get from our partner can be there as a nice belay cord rope that keeps us from falling too far and can help raise us back up. And so that's what you really want in a relationship. So you have your self-love, you're not giving your love to them, you have mutual love, very true love, not dependent love, not cage love, but free love, being love, as Maslow would say. And then you have mutual respect, mutual admiration, and then how are you connecting at a physical level, a mental level, emotional level, and spiritual level. And so you need that self-love, you need the love, respect, and admiration. And then as far as the connection goes, you really need to be on the same page on the spiritual side of things. And then really at least two of the other three. physical, mental, and emotional, because we have friends. We have, we're meant to be in a village. We're not meant to be in a single 2-person system. We're meant to be in a village, a whole village, raising each other. And so it's okay if you're not everything for your partner. That's impossible. So we have our friends, we have our work that might be outside of that relationship, and so it's okay. But we really, I've seen a few relationships work where that spiritual part's not there, but wow, when it is there, like, I really encourage it. It's that's the healthiest, the things that I've seen. So love you guys. Take care. Have wonderful, loving, healthy relationships. Namaste.